And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Miles Sanders.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, I was kind of setting up, so I was running behind time. So this series, I might just give it away.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Winston to give to Sanders. And he powers his way up past the 30. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for first.
All right, I'm ready. Let's get it.
It's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run.
So this is my first official franchise game for Madden 21.
Throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. Working from the gun, Wentz. And that is incomplete.
I don't know what.
So the defense able to get off the field here.
I don't know what really went on there. Game like it froze.
It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback.
Let's kind of mellow down and focus now. Let's try and find out what they're trying to do at the first series.
Haskins into Washington offense going to come up here 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. And he'll throw right away. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards.
We definitely try and make us some defensive scene this area. I want to really win more with defense than offense. But we're gonna see how it come out. I have Eagles in this lead, and next lead I have Chiefs. So
off the play fake. Here's Haskins. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A gain there of 21 yards.
That certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time. Play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the heart of the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now the first carry for Bryce Love. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
No gain on the play.
And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly.
our defense is also set traps, give them a look, and do something completely different.
Back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
I'll be doing a lot of
Shotgun handoff there for Love.
lot of use of my slot cornerback this season.
The Eagles call on the extra.
He gonna be one of those guys.
Prepare for a stop on third down. Out of the shotgun, Haskins. Flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will.
How many times do we hear that third down may be the most important down in football, and there's no better example than what we just
It's
saw.
a lot of
Forced to scramble, knows where the first down marker is.
a lot of dead play he keeping alive, which is good. Bad on me, good on him. Let's see how long he continue with it.
From midfield now, Haskins.
Again,
The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and then it'll be second down.
Well, it looked like a quick hitter, a three-step
so we just give him a look. So I want to see if I could bait him to come back again.
does so and picks up positive yardage.
So we're gonna do that.
Working with a 2nd and 4. They'll run with Love. And he's going to take this close to the first down marker as he stopped at the Eagles' 36. That was a first down pickup of 8. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that one.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield and get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. They run with Adrian Peterson, the second active leading rusher in the NFL. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense.
So what he doing is the same thing I'm trying to do.
On 2nd and 7, Haskins connects here with a tight end, Jeremy Sprinkle. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 19. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
At the 19-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. From the red zone now, Haskins on first down. And Thomas has it. Able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Call it a gain of 14 for the second play in a row. I like to start throwing the football 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it, and oftentimes when we talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing the ball over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew up for this first trip. And this is going to be intercepted. Snags it for the pick, and a big turnover there as his guys.
So that's kind of the trap. I gave him the open all drive. So I baited him and then he fall in the trap.
Touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points no matter what. At worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost us.
It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 19-yard line.
A 2nd and 11 from the 19. Shotgun now for Wentz. There's Jalen Rager, his first NFL catch. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down.
A gain of 10 yards.
And now you saw exactly why the rookie out of TCU, Jalen Reagor, was selected in the first round by the Philadelphia Eagles. Great quickness, terrific speed, adds a deep threat to the lineup. And remember, Carson Wentz threw for over 4,000 yards last year and didn't have a single wide receiver who had catches over 500 yards. A terrific addition by the Eagles in the first round, albeit a bit of a surprise. I think they're going to like what
We definitely got some plays I haven't used yet. No. Let's start getting into it.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10. Play fake to Sanders. Now here's Wentz. He'll fire deep for Reagor. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off here by Aaron Colvin. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. When you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you put in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job. Finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
First down, here's the run with Peterson. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Credit the tackle to Darius Slay.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 44-yard line.
Second and 7. From the gun, it's Haskins. Open man here, Sims complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
On first and 10, it's Haskins. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. Second and 2.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Facing a second and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. This is Love. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 9 yards on the play there, and it'll set him up first and goal. So first and goal from the 9-yard line. On the carry, it's Love. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
I do know from experience that if you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
On second down now, it's Love. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer, and he's down to about the 2-yard line.
And Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line. Because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's third and goal. Going to give it to Love.
Damn.
Take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. taking it in from 2 yards out as his guys are first on the scoreboard here this afternoon. Able to punch it in on 3rd down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a 4th down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating, will we have to make the call? They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
This is taken just shy of the 10. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, or they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Wentz going to throw. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off here by Aaron Coleman. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. Second straight drive now here, Charles, as it ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily. I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
Now after the turnover, here's Haskins. The throw taken in by Sims. And down inside the 15 he goes. It's a 1st down Washington on a pickup of 18. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Haskins looking to throw on 1st down. Steps away to his left. He's going to take off with it. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion, or even worse, an interception.
To throw again on 2nd down. Haskins. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete.
That screen sucks.
Touchdown, Washington. Bryce Love. Already his 2nd touchdown here this opening weekend. And Washington going to add on to their lead. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, he had scoreless in the 1st quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the 2nd. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Takes it at the 7. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin the next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team.
On Wentz is intercepted yet again. Picked up by Fabian Moreau. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now we've got whistles here before the snap, and I believe this is going to be on Washington. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Here's Love. scrimmage and taken down. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
No gain on the play. Brings up second and
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. On 2nd and 15 now. Haskins, that's complete to his tight end Sprinkle. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
It's not quibble about the game there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take what you can get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
The 22 is the line to gain here on third down. Haskins will throw. That's complete to Wright. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. And left fourth down, here's Haskins. And this is caught at the end. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on fourth down to bring up first and goal. Here's first and goal, and gosh, points here, a chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and aborts the incompletion.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. Haskins back to the air. And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. Bryce Love on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further. Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his second season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook. Not just
down 21 zip. Damn. Wasn't expecting that, but
you can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
So not much time to speak of.
but he actually doing just sitting back deep, so I got to just play the short game with him.
And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3 and out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Flushed out right. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. The Eagles will take their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. To throw, it's Wentz. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. Jalen Reagor was the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
2nd and 10. They fake the give. Now Wentz. Escaping the pressure right. He goes full extension, and he's got it. Certainly worth noting he's now one catch away from 600. He's at 599 in his career. So we reach halftime here on opening weekend, as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, we'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And the third quarter will start with a touchback as that one lands in the end zone. They're set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
What I'm thinking is that the offensive
They'll make a big stop now. This is time to. You got to make a stop now.
they're going to do to attack us in the second half. A nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Staying on the ground, it's Love. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Slings this deep from McCoy, and that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, 69 yards. And Washington is
All right, that look like that's the game. I can't make a stop, so I'm gonna just throw my towels in from now.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off here by Aaron Colvin, and he will bring this one back. It is a pick 6 for a Washington touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
And he's able to put it through.
Makes this Washington 35. Eagles nothing.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This will make it into the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's going to be like what we talked about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It all comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? Rush coming, and he's taken down. Oh, free safety blitz. That can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass.
And now here is another interception. Mackenzie Alexander with a pick. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
Let's go.
That is now 5 interceptions that he has thrown in this ball game. If I asked you to speculate what's possibly going on in his head, what would you say?
Well, if he's as mentally strong as I believe he is, he understands that not all of these picks have been his fault. You know, some of the throws, yes. There's been a good number of them where he hasn't been helped by his own receivers, and they've turned into interceptions. So he knows if he keeps firing, perhaps good things can happen, not just in this game, but especially in later ones.
At the 34-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Here's Love again. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with 3rd and about 6 yards to go.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They got to get to the 23 here on 3rd. Here's Haskins out of the gun. And that is intercepted by the Pro Bowl corner Darius Slay. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
They'll take over.
Okay, partner, no surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
So after the INT, here's Wentz. That'll be caught. Rager with it. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
10 yards.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short.
And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Marquise Goodwin, 67 yards. And the Eagles are able to cash it in for 6. Well, I love watching Goodwin play. Of course, everybody knows the story of him being an Olympian. He's a long jumper,
yes,
right?
Yes.
But you know that he has that athleticism, that big playability.
He certainly does. And not only was he an Olympian as a long jumper, married to a sprinter. How about that for speed in one family? And I love his end zone celebrations now. When he does go deep and beat someone for a touchdown, now he does the long jump as his celebration. Pretty cool deal.
5-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Still comfortably on top, 3rd quarter as they start things here with a 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. Not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
The ball carrier.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Wentz. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Montez Sweat. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
3rd down. 3rd and long.
Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. From midfield, here's Wentz. And that will be incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Well, I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. And that's going to be intercepted. Landon Collins, the Pro Bowl safety. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. Well, all I can do up here is just shake my head. I mean, 6 interceptions. I cannot imagine what he's thinking between the ears right now.
Well, just think of how it is for his teammates, because after the first few, you know they're going over to him, hey, we'll get them next time. Now they're probably a little bit frustrated. And if you're a receiver, you're thinking to yourself, any ball that's in the air, you become receiver and defensive back. You've got to go compete for the ball so that you don't get another one picked off. I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
On 2nd and 7, Haskins looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Love. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
10 at the 22-yard line.
They go play action with Haskins. This is caught. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the interception by the Washington defense leads to a touchdown. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
It's Washington 42, Eagles 7.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
They're on 20-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me.
He's got the lane, and there he goes. The 20. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 79 yards. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. They hand off to their big tight end. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Dallas Goedert taking it in. And the Eagles are able to cash it in for 6. So the big play to kick off the drive set them up 1st and goal, and they're able to cash in right away on play number 2.
I think I'm starting to understand more and more when we get ready to do games and we meet with coaches why they talk about big plays, explosive plays, and how it sets them up for success, because that's exactly how they're able to score on this one. We saw the touchdown, we saw the payoff, but of course that big, long chunk play is what got them in position.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And they'll watch this one fall in the end zone, and that'll be a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do?
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Will Parks.
By the Eagles.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his 2nd interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
He'll fire it deep for Rager. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
Wentz will try again on second down. Looking for Rager again. This time he's got him. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
19 yards.
From the gun, it's Wentz. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off here by Aaron Colvin. And nothing but daylight ahead. And he will score. Touchdown, Washington. Touchdown.
Did I just see what I thought I saw? Did I just see what I thought? That had to be. Come on, say it for me. Say it for me. He picked up that pass.
The free safety.
Oh, you got to have those great skills back there. Eyes, anticipation, great hands. And, of course, how about the fluid moves afterwards to take it all the way to the house?
Sounds like you're watching your old game film up here in your head.
Yeah, that's the dream I had of being that player. I just never was.
And, it's no good on the PAT, so they can't add on here. And our score is going to stay right where it is. Back now at FedEx Field, where the fourth quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the third quarter. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be fielded. It's a touchback and comes out to the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this fourth quarter. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They'll run. It's Sanders. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Ryan Kerrigan in on the tackle.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
He'll fire it deep for Rager. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
The Eagles on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Working from the gun, Wentz. He'll fire it. And this is caught at the 20. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jalen Rager with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Eagles are able to cash it in for 6. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Now this will make it into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Let's not forget, a year ago, this was a last-place team in their division in the National Football League. How quickly the fortunes can turn.
And somewhere, there's a former commissioner smiling down and looking because parity was something he was looking for in this league, and it plays itself out year after year. Last to first is not something that's uncommon in the NFL.
Yeah, a season ago, they didn't have one performance like this, but they put it all together in this ball game. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. They turn to Love on the handoff, and he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Just a loss of a yard there, but it's not going to help. Now they face a 3rd and 14.
Makes it 3rd and 14.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. On play action, Haskins. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. That's Derek Barnett coming in and making the play.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long. Why are you calling play action?
Because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and that leads to a play action sack. They'll call that a 61-yard punt. He got all of that one. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10.
31-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. And give credit to Reuben Foster, the linebacker, getting a hand in to disrupt. Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down. Now Wentz. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Now Wentz. He'll fire it deep for Rager. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
After what they faced during this game, where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, it has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
He'll fire it deep for Rager. And this is going to be incomplete. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And Washington will take control of the football in great field position. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
A loss of 2.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Eagles 33-yard line.
Check 50, check 50.
Back to the ground. This time it's Peterson. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he finds McLaurin. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here 1st and 10. This will be caught at about the 5. Now this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Brings up
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And a lot of talent on this Eagle defense, and you've seen it on these last 2 plays, both losses.
3rd down and 3.
It'll be Love to try and get the first. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the 1st down as he's tackled at the 1. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's 1st and goal. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. They'll keep it on the ground. Love. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. I think all teams probably like seeing that schedule for the first time, looking at week one. Oh, good, we're at home. This is why you want to be home in week one. They're looking sharp.
And I agree with you totally. That's what you want. But there carries a little extra pressure with that as well, because you and I both know protecting the home field, winning your home games is paramount in this league. So you go into it, yeah, we want it, but now you actually have to go out and prove it.
And two sides to that coin, and looking like they're going to protect it here in this one. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to...
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And that will write a finish to this ball game. So it's Washington getting the victory here. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, you know, it's preseason. This is week one.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Real football.
Not preseason football,
yeah,
where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play. And maybe the starters don't play as much. Now...